Welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. I was doing a little movie history. Sorry. I'm kind of a movie buff, but I'm not a big fan of the gangster movies. I don't know why. Everybody loves like The Godfather and all those movies. I never really did get into those.
Too much shooting and gore.
There's a lot of that going on. But in any case, we're not talking about that. We're talking happy stuff. We have with us from Roselawn School, Principal Leslie Catano. Good morning, Leslie.
Good morning.
How are things?
They're going great.
Going great. Ready for another day of school.
Yes.
And with you, you have Monica Almanza. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Leslie, no, you're Leslie. Beatrice Fernandez. Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's talk about this is your second year as principal?
This is my second year at Roselawn as principal. However, I was there for 15 years as a third grade teacher and reading interventionist. But I come back as the principal of Roselawn.
Okay.
Yes.
How's that transition been?
Oh, honestly, it's a dream come true for me. I come from the community, and I was a Roselawn Roadrunner myself. So to be able to come back and impact the school is a huge blessing. And so I'm excited to continue to move things forward and put some things in place to help kids just reach success.
Yeah.
Find some success, and the teachers as well to support them in doing so.
So you went to school in the Artesia schools?
Yes, I graduated
from Artesia High. Did you think you were going to be a teacher when you graduated?
Yes.
You did? Okay.
Yes. Well, and some people have heard my story. It was at Roselawn as a third grade student that I made a plan to be a teacher, and never changed. That has always, I've stuck to that plan and that goal, and so I knew I was going to be a teacher.
Well, good for you. Where'd you go to college?
At Eastern.
Eastern? Okay, that's a good
Eastern,
place.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a greyhound.
Yes.
So you're a roadrunner, you're a greyhound, you're a bulldog. Is there anything else?
A jack of all trades. I mean, if you're a teacher, you just learn to do that every day and wear so many hats.
Yeah.
So.
Well, one of the things that principals get to do, you get to put a team together with their teachers, and you've brought a couple of your team members. So what do you want us to say, or what do you want to say about Monica? Let's start with Monica.
No. Monica has been a very instrumental person in leading the school. I've known her for a very long time. I actually taught her boys when they were in the third grade. Now they're grown adults and off on their own, but she does so many things in the school. She had so many areas from technology, and she does our SAT. She's one of our SAT coordinators. She's done that for many years. We actually did that together for quite some time. And she's our lead teacher. So, and she's a fifth grade teacher, but she is a go-to person for many things. And she's not afraid to take ownership and lead and mentor. And so that's why I brought her along with me, because it is a team effort at our school. And I'm a leader of leaders, and these are a couple of them. And I wish I could bring everybody else with me, but yes.
Well, I'm sure we'll have the opportunity. Monica, are you from Artesia?
Yes, I am.
Born and raised, huh?
Kind of.
Kind of? And did you also get bit in third grade to be a teacher, or fifth grade to be a teacher?
Actually, since I was a little girl, I used to play school. I'd get all my stuffed animals and line them up, had a bunch of papers that I'd pretend to grade and yell at my animals and tell them, I want you to answer me, I asked you a question. And
so who was your best student animal?
It was the little Pekingese that was blue.
That is great.
I'm also from Eastern New Mexico. That's where I went to school and graduated. And second grade, I went to Roselawn Elementary, and that's my best memorable elementary school. I went to a bunch of them.
Sure.
I forgot what I was going to say. I don't remember. I graduated
okay.
from Artesia High School.
From Artesia High.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you're happy to be back. And how long have you been at Roselawn now?
This is my 19th year teaching.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Well, how exciting for you.
Yes, I always loved teaching there, and that's where I wanted to teach. And was lucky to get hired there and stayed there.
Yeah, great. And then Beatrice Fernandez.
Hi.
Hey, so everybody else here is from here. Are you from here?
Well, I was born here, but I didn't get the privilege to be, go to these schools. But I started subbing before I even, graduated from Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started subbing in Roselawn, there was just something about it that it just felt like that was my place. That's where I was like put to, make an
Destined.
impact. And then when I started to do my college and finish my last semester, I actually ended up doing my student teaching with Mrs. Catano when she was a third grade teacher. And then, so it was just like after that, a year later, I was hired at Roselawn, and I've been there. I don't plan to ever leave.
So you started out as a student teacher.
Yes.
And so how did you get roped into that?
Because I was doing a lot of subbing, and so
or substitute teacher?
yeah.
Right?
Well, I knew I wanted to be a teacher all the time, so I felt like I wanted to get some experience, and I don't know. Just when I started in Roselawn, I loved it. I fell in love with the kids.
So then you go ahead and go off to school, get your teaching
Yes.
certificate and all that. Where did
Yes.
you go to college?
Eastern as well.
Eastern,
Yeah.
okay. A lot of Eastern alum here.
Greyhounds.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So what is the, Leslie, will turn back to you since you've got your team here. What is the goal for this year? What do you hope to bring to Roselawn School for all the kids this year?
And last year as well, I just really want us to create this warm, inviting, safe place for kids, that when they walk in the door, that they know that they're loved, and that they know that they're respected, and that they're heard. And so I feel like that is creating a place that kids can thrive and find success. And so it begins with the adults in the building. And we do some of those things. For example, when the kids walk in through the doors, we have teachers and staff standing in the hallway ready to welcome them with a hug, a high five, a handshake, a wave, a fist bump. And the kids already know that they're going to have to face many people, many smiling faces, and choose one of those things. It's up to them. But we want them to know that we're excited for them to be there, and we have a plan for them to find success. And so we work on a lot of social emotional learning and just supporting our kids in being self-managers, being really aware of how they cope and provide some strategies so that we can move forward and we can excel in our academics.
That's great. And of course, after the last couple of years when kids couldn't be in school, that had to be rough for teachers.
Yes.
To not have kids in school and have to look at a computer screen every day. That
Yes.
had to be quite a challenge to get through. And now that
Yes.
we're beyond that, that's a good thing, right?
Yes, I think it's a good time for us to learn from some of the things that we had to figure out during that time when we were in the pandemic, utilize those tools and move forward, and go ahead and put some of the other things that we worked on before the pandemic, some of the structures and the processes. But we learned a lot about maybe using the technology. We still do offer Zoom for like our PTO meetings. Those are some things that we really never thought of to do because we just figured we'll have a meeting and everybody will show up in person. But it provides access to other parents. We have some parents who aren't able to go to the parent-teacher meetings because they have needs at home or special needs kids at home. I mean, every situation is different. But we're trying to put some things back in place. That I think that's been the biggest challenge, is coming off of the pandemic and, okay, let's regroup, let's rebound, and let's figure this out together, and let's put together a really solid plan moving forward.
Sure. Do you have any special events or any programs coming up that you want to highlight?
Yes, we have. We're going to start our first fundraiser, and we're going to have our kickoff, not this Friday, but next Friday. We're
Okay.
going to start our candy sales.
Okay.
We have done that for many, many years. The kids sell chocolate candy bars for $1, and so that will be in the hands of our students next Friday.
Okay.
So we would appreciate if the community could help us out, because
Well, of course.
we
Who doesn't like chocolate, right?
right, and we use that money to support the kids in incentives, rewards, field trips, anything that we need. So that will be coming up.
Okay. And is there anything else that's coming up, or is that the big one right now?
Right now, that is it. We do want to have a fall carnival in October. That's
Okay.
also been something that we've done in the past at Roselawn, and it's a fun event for everyone to participate in. Parents get excited about it, and we just make it a fun place to do things together, and just come together and celebrate one another.
Yeah. Well, let us know when that happens, or when you get your everything put together for that. We'll be sure
absolutely.
and tell folks
Absolutely.
about it. Beatrice, what do you really enjoy most about teaching? What's been...
Just getting to work with kids, like I said earlier, I fell in love with these kids. I don't think, because I've been doing some subbing, lots of, just having to go into different types of classroom, different types of school, not just here in Artesia, but, around the area. And there's something about just Roselawn kids that, I don't know, it just called my heart. I felt like they're just really determined. I admire them. They overcome challenges. You set goals for them, and you set a pathway, and they go for it. So that's what I enjoy about working with kids in Roselawn.
Very good. And how about you, Monica? What do you really enjoy about teaching? You've taught for a couple of years now.
What I enjoy is that they're so forgiving, and they're so loving, and like Beatriz says, is our kids, they really are acceptable, and they know when you're true and you're honest, and they will work hard for you. They work hard, they give me their best, and they just are so happy when you show them that you're pleased with what they're doing. And the word is eluding me that I'm trying to come up with, but I just love teaching.
Yeah.
I love seeing when they learn something that, aha, I got it, and they just
That aha
go
moment.
with it. Mhm.
Yep, the light bulb goes on.
Yep.
So, well, very good. Well, a couple of great team leaders, Leslie, that you brought with you. Is there anything else
Absolutely.
you'd like to mention before we conclude today?
I'm just happy to be at Roselawn. I mean, there's nothing better than to be able to go back into your community and to support and impact kids. Roselawn is a very unique place. Of course, like any other school, every school is unique. And we really want to create that culture of diversity and inclusion, respect, and so I think that's what kind of makes Roselawn a little unique, is that we do have quite a diverse set of kiddos that come with many challenges, as many, everybody has their own challenges. We have kiddos who come from Mexico, and we have our D-level program as well, our kids who have disabilities. And so we're working around that. We're working to find, to create this place where we can all work together and be the best us. So Roselawn is a happening place, and it is a happy place.
Very good. Leslie Catano, Beatrice Fernandez, Monica Almanza, thank you so much for coming in, and have a great day
you.
today.
Thank you. Have a great day.